Christopher Dunley's in for Rich this morning. Sounds like a transition may be on the way.
It is definitely on the way. We're going to see wet and cool and blustery conditions from Friday through Monday, but we have to get to the next few days. But the weather's not going to be too shabby out there with temperatures in the 60s. We still have a little bit of fog or smoke across parts of the area. There is some fog too, which we'll talk about here in a second. But you can see there on the horizon, that's a little bit of that wildfire smoke that's continuing to linger across the area, slightly reducing the air quality. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I want to show you the temperatures because it feels pretty good out there. It's 51 right now in Seattle, and some areas are a little bit cooler. So maybe you grab the light long sleeve before you step outside. 41 in Shelton, 40 in Olympia, so a few folks likely going to fall into the upper 30s over the next hour. 43 in Puyallup. Good morning, Everett. 51 degrees, 44 for Port Angeles. Here we go. We have a little bit of fog that has developed, especially south of Seattle. So if you are heading south from Seattle down to maybe Tacoma or Olympia, expect to encounter at times some areas of patchy, in some cases dense fog. Give yourself a little extra time for the morning commute. And even from Everett north, seeing some patchy areas of some fog there in Snohomish, Skagit, Whatcom County. So again, just give yourself a little extra time for that commute. Quickly starts to burn off by late morning into the afternoon, and our temperatures bounce back into the 60s for most areas, with possibly a 70-degree reading for southern parts of Puget Sound. Again, above average. The average high is in the lower 60s, but a lot better than what we saw over the weekend. We still have that pesky wildfire smoke lingering for parts of the area, and because of that, the air quality alert's actually been extended for western Washington, that gray shaded area, all the way until Thursday, folks, Thursday evening. But the good news is right now, many areas are just within that moderate category. This is something we'll continue to keep an eye on. Just if you are sensitive to the wildfire smoke pollutants, limit the time outside, maybe consider wearing a mask. The big changes that Jake talked about, they arrive for our Friday. Look at that, 58 degrees for the high with a chance for rain. 54 on our Saturday, rain likely for our Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Snow levels drop down to 4,000 feet.